The Smartest Woman by Zodiac Sign. There are women whose intuition is more precise than logic, whose insight needs no proof. They see the essence, hear between the lines, and act in a way that others do not dare to even think about. These women do not shout about their intelligence. It is simply felt. You can't fool them. They cannot be used, because they are born with a special code of mind, which is given only to one zodiac sign. In this video, you will find out which woman is considered the smartest according to her zodiac sign. But we are not talking about memorized phrases or academic degrees. Here we are talking about a deep mind combined with wisdom, the energy of insight, and the power of inner knowledge. Stay until the end to find out if I am talking about you now. If you want to understand the nature of signs deeper than what is written in books, subscribe. Here they do not talk about astrology, but about the secrets hidden in each of us. And in the comments, write, which of the women in your life amazes you with her intelligence? Perhaps this is exactly who we are talking about now. The first sign is Libra. A Libra woman has an intellect that does not manifest itself in harsh statements or ostentatious erudition. Her mind is a precise instrument, sharpened for analysis, balance, and strategic influence. She instantly grasps hidden motives, reads the behavior of the interlocutor by the smallest signals, and at the same time never makes hasty conclusions. Her strength is in the ability to maintain a balance between logic and emotions. This is not a cold calculation, but rationality colored with subtle sensitivity. Her thinking is not linear, but multi-layered. She does not go straight ahead if she understands that it is possible to bypass it, gently, gracefully, but with the same result. She knows how to ask questions to which the interlocutor does not have ready answers, because her focus is not on the obvious but on the deep essence. A Libra woman never argues openly. She outlines with words, leaving the opponent without ground under his feet. Her logic is elegant, her arguments are precise, her intonation is always verified. This woman's intelligence is manifested in her ability to see patterns where others see chaos. She is able to unravel complex social or work conflicts with the precision of a diplomat. Her mind is not blinkered. It is flexible, strategic, open to alternatives. She can think in terms of benefit, justice, and balance at the same time, and this is the uniqueness of her perception. Her memory is selective but extremely accurate. Libra does not keep unnecessary information in her head, but remembers what is important for balance: facts, phrases, intentions. This woman can listen silently, pretending not to be involved, but at the same time recording every detail in order to use it later at the right moment. Her observation is not demonstrated, but always active. She notices what is hidden under a layer of social rituals and draws conclusions that later become key. Libra's logical thinking is combined with aesthetic precision. She can build not only arguments but also images, design, atmosphere around herself. Her mind is structured in such a way that she is able to foresee the reaction to any of her words or actions and builds a line of behavior in advance. She is like a chess player who thinks several moves ahead, but does it without strain, easily, gracefully, as if it were part of her breathing. The Libra woman does not seek recognition, but always receives it because her intellect influences. People are drawn to her not because of loud statements, but because of the precision of wording, the purity of arguments, and the absolute ability to hear and balance. Her decisions are balanced, but not drawn out. She does not hesitate. She analyzes, and does it quickly. And then she speaks quietly, but with such clarity that arguing is pointless. Her mind is not dry logic, but a driving system that adapts to the situation, people, goals. She does not miss any details or the whole picture. Her strength is in her ability to balance interests, to understand where compromise is appropriate and where principles need to be upheld. This is not feminine diplomacy. This is structured, strategic thinking, packaged in a soft form. Her intellect is power without pressure. She does not fight for leadership, but an orbit of people who value her judgment always appears around her. She knows how to be in the center without displacing others. Her smart approach to life is built on harmony, but behind this harmony is strict analytics. Her logic is not rigidity, but clarity, and this is what makes her mind one of the strongest among all the signs. The second sign is Taurus. The Taurus woman is an intellect built on precision, observation, and practical thinking. Her mind is not demonstrative. She does not strive to shine with wit, but in any situation, it is she who gives the most balanced, logical, and effective answer. She does not succumb to emotions, does not get lost in the flow of opinions, and does not submit to authority if she sees that the position is weak. She builds a picture of the world from facts, patterns, and internal logic, which cannot be shaken by empty words. She analyzes every detail and instantly builds cause and effect relationships. Her ability to compare reality with perspective makes her exceptional in any business where structure and long-term thinking are important. She does not rush to the first decision. She will compare, check, predict the consequences, and only then choose, and it is her choice that turns out to be error-free. The Taurus woman always remains one step ahead because her logic is not tied to emotions. She knows how to listen and hear, reads hidden motives, notices subtleties that elude others. Her speech is verified, calm, structured. She does not need unnecessary words. Every sentence she says carries meaning and an argument. And when she expresses an opinion, it is difficult to dispute it because it is not based on guesswork. Her mind is based not on improvisation, but on systematic work with information. Her memory retains important details even after years. She can remember a number, a name, an event, and use it at the right moment. Her intellect is not loud but deep. She does not just know what is best, she understands exactly why this is so and can prove it. And if someone tries to argue with her, he will quickly understand that in front of him is not just a smart woman, but a strategist. In business, she calculates risks and evaluates benefits. She does not give in to pressure, knows how to say no if she sees inefficiency. Her decisions are thought out, her actions are precise. She does not follow trends, she chooses what works. It is difficult to manipulate her in negotiations. She immediately recognizes an attempt at pressure and turns the situation in her favor. And she does it coolly, confidently, and absolutely correctly. She understands people because she observes them not with her eyes, but with logic. She is not fascinated by the external, she looks for the essence. That is why her judgments are always accurate. It is difficult to deceive or confuse her. She notices contradictions, senses falsehood, and will not allow herself to be drawn into a game where there are no clear rules. She sets boundaries and then makes sure that no one crosses them. A Taurus woman is someone who can manage without raising her voice. Her intellect is balanced, precise, and reliable. She does not live in illusions, does not believe in empty promises, and does not give them herself. She thinks consistently and extremely clearly. Her strength is in the ability to make the right choice without unnecessary noise. And this is her highest form of intelligence, a quiet but unshakable logic that never fails. The third sign is Virgo. A Virgo woman is a mind brought to the utmost clarity. She does not allow carelessness in her thinking, does not rely on intuition if there are no facts, and never speaks without thinking through every word. Her thinking is like a Swiss mechanism, precise, structured, honed by experience and endless analysis. Her mind does not rest. It is constantly working, classifying, comparing, organizing. She does not believe in coincidences. In her world, everything has an explanation. That is why she knows where to look for truth and where deception. Her intellect scans everything: actions, phrases, behavior, minor contradictions. She is able to disassemble any situation into its components and see the essence where others are confused and guesses. You can't fool her. She does not draw conclusions spontaneously. Each of her analyses is based on dozens of recorded details. The Virgo woman has the gift of logical analysis at the level of intuition. Only this is intuition honed by analytics. She can predict people's behavior, foresee the consequences of decisions, avoid mistakes that less attentive people make. She forgets nothing. Every phrase, every look, every reaction is recorded in her memory and can be retrieved at the right moment. This is not vindictiveness. This is super concentration. In any dialogue, she maintains the intellectual bar. Her arguments are impeccable. She does not argue for the sake of arguing. She breaks false statements into parts and does it so calmly that the opponent has nothing to object to. She does not get personal, does not show emotions. She operates with facts. Her logic is impenetrable. Her accuracy irritates less rational people, but she is always right. Her strong point is the ability to see imperfections. She instantly finds a weak link, vulnerability, error. She can bring any project to the level of impeccability if she takes it under her control. She does not need praise. She is driven by the desire for perfection, and her mind is the tool that brings not only things but also people to perfection. In communication, she is observant and laconic. She does not waste words. Her speech is clear, literate, built on logic. Even if she criticizes, it looks like an accurate report, without unnecessary things, without emotions, but with maximum benefit. People listen to her because they feel that she does not speak in vain, and if she expresses an opinion, then it is weighed to the millimeter. The Virgo woman is not impressed by ostentatious intelligence. She cannot be surprised by beautiful words. She immediately recognizes where there is emptiness and where there is meaning. She does not idealize, does not succumb to charm. She evaluates the essence. And if she recognizes someone as smart, this recognition is weighty. Because her own intellect is the standard of rationality, there is nothing accidental in it. There is only pure, concentrated mind in it, working without failures. The fourth sign is Capricorn. She does not ask unnecessary questions. She already knows the answers. There is no fuss, no throwing, no desire to please. A Capricorn woman always sees 3 steps ahead and knows how to calculate not only her behavior but also the actions of others. This is not intuition. This is analytics brought to perfection. She does not attract attention with loud speeches, but everyone notices her. In the negotiation room, in the team, in the family, in any environment. Because from the first seconds of communication, it becomes clear. In front of you is a person who thinks deeply, strategically, and always rationally. Her mind is not a theory or an abstraction. She knows how to apply knowledge. Everything is structured in her head. She remembers details, catches subtleties, quickly connects facts. If she does not know something, she will study it so that in a day she will become an expert. There is no place for superficiality in her. Every step is meaningful, every goal is real, and every defeat turns into an action plan that will lead to the next attempt more accurate and successful. The Capricorn woman does not play guesswork. She listens, analyzes, and acts. Her speech is laconic, but there is a point in every word. She does not like verbosity because she knows the value of time. At first, those around her may feel a slight constraint in front of her. She is too collected, logical, cold-blooded. But once you find yourself next to her in a difficult situation, it becomes clear Such a mind is an anchor, support, and a guide. She will not let herself or others drown. Her intelligence is manifested in the ability to act in a crisis. When everyone is lost, she makes a plan. When emotions are off the charts, she maintains clarity. When everything collapses, she looks for points of support. In her career, she is able to bypass competitors without raising her voice and without demanding recognition. She simply does her job better than others. Her knowledge is not ostentatious, but deep. She does not throw conclusions around, but if she has already said it, it means she is confident. Her intelligence is combined with internal discipline. She studies not out of fear, but out of the need to be strong. Her intellect is not only the ability to analyze, but also the ability to understand people. She feels where there is weakness, where there is manipulation, where there is a lie. But she will not immediately point it out. She will simply draw a conclusion and make a decision, most often without unnecessary talk. She does not seek approval. She is her own criterion. There is no place for chaos in her life. Even if everything collapses, she maintains the structure. Even if she is in pain, she continues to think. Her mind is not subject to panic. It is flexible but stable. And it is this combination that makes her a dangerous opponent, a wise leader, a reliable partner. It is impossible to outplay her. It is impossible to deceive. And it is impossible not to respect her. She does not demand worship, but evokes recognition with logic, strength of character, confidence in every word. There is no desire to be in the spotlight in a Capricorn woman, but where she appears, order begins. She is not afraid of loneliness because her thoughts are her best interlocutor. She is not distracted by empty things. If she enters into a conversation, it means she has something to say. If she starts a project, it means it has a clear plan. And if she chooses someone, it means she has already assessed all the risks, benefits, and consequences. Her intelligence does not need proof. It is visible in the results. And even if she does not always speak much, her silence is often more significant than any words. She does not demonstrate intelligence. She simply lives, using it every day. This is where her strength lies. The fifth sign is Taurus. Her strength is in the ability to combine logic with practicality. A Taurus woman never has her head in the clouds. She does not waste resources on meaningless actions. There is no theatricality in her intellect, but it has clear logic, reliance on facts, and an amazing ability to bring things to an end. She does not set goals for the sake of impression. She sets tasks that can be measured, calculated, and implemented. And she does it quietly, methodically, step by step. Her intelligence is manifested not in ostentatious speeches, but in stability. She does not rush to extremes. She analyzes, weighs, observes. And when the moment of choice comes, she already knows everything. Her decisions do not happen spontaneously. She knows how to wait, and this makes her a dangerous competitor in any field. Her intelligence is the ability to notice nuances. She sees what others ignore. She is able to notice a weak link in the system, find an error in calculations, predict the consequences of other people's actions. The Taurus woman is a no-fuss strategist. She doesn't make any sudden moves because she always sees the bigger picture. In business, she won't trust her intuition. She demands numbers, data, evidence. And at the same time, she has an incredible sense of reliable people. She knows how to distinguish between temporary and permanent, and she only invests in things that have long-term value. Her speech is simple but precise. She doesn't like to complicate things. Her arguments are convincing because they are based on experience and knowledge of the business. She knows how to defend her point of view without raising her voice. If she disagrees, it's not always heard right away. But then you find out that everything went the way she thought it should. She doesn't argue, she acts, and she always leaves room for maneuver. Her intelligence is complemented by an incredible memory. She remembers details, names, facts, even if many years have passed. She knows how to analyze events, drawing conclusions from them. Never makes the same mistake twice. Her learning is a continuous process, but without fuss. She does not swallow information for the sake of effect. She absorbs it, like soil absorbs water. And then from this knowledge grow strong decisions. She knows how to plan her life for years ahead, not because she is afraid of surprises, but because she respects her time. She does not waste herself on chaos. Everything she does has a structure. And even if outwardly it seems that she is just calm, in her head there is a precise calculation. She will not let go of control. She knows where the weak spot is and has already found a way to strengthen it. A Taurus woman does not require recognition of her intelligence, but when someone needs advice, help, or an honest opinion, they go to her. Because she does not flatter, does not dramatize, does not stray from the essence. She speaks directly, precisely, and always to the point. Her intelligence is not in ostentatious diplomas, but in the ability to solve real problems. And this is what makes her irreplaceable.